Hello everyone, Pontificator here. Got a bunch of guys actively right now as we speak going through two of my videos and trying to say that, well, if you do this, then, well, first of all, let's go with we'll do this comment by comment. The first comment said that if we stop hauling for brokers, the military will kick in. Well, that's just dumb as shit, because first of all, I didn't call for a strike. Never called for a strike. Secondly, the stuff that's handled by brokers, most of it won't impact what's going on with the United States. It's going to only impact the shipper's ability to move the freight through brokers. So what are you saying when you say the military will step in? The military is not going to step in and haul robotic work cells or haul servers for Amazon or anything. Actually, Amazon has their own damn trucks. I don't even know why they're using brokers. But no one is talking about harming the country. I love this country. I would never want to see it harmed, and I would never want to harm the people just so that I could try and prove a point. That's stupid. So what I'm talking about is we all get together and just decide we're not hauling for brokers, which brings me to the second portion. Someone commented, it'll be a race to the bottom. My response was, we're already at the bottom. Hundreds of carriers are going out of business every month around this country. Some of them a single truck. Some of them, I mean, the one in Florida, shit, I don't remember how many trucks they had, but they were far from small. I think it was Fuller. Okay? The rate that is paid for the transportation versus what brokers call the market rate is bullshit. Okay? It's just that simple. Trucking should never be this. Now, if the shipper wants to do that and say, we're going to barter for a low rate, that's fine. But to hand that off to a broker and let the broker keep a lot of the money that should be going to the truck, if the shipper pays $5,000 to have their load shipped, $5,000 of that should go to the carrier. It's just that simple. Brokers don't have any real stake in this. They don't have any real investment. They skim as much money as they can off the top based on how desperate people are. And then we've got and I'm going to get political here because a lot of people don't realize this. What the Trump administration is cleaning up right now is the shit that was put in place by Biden and Obama. Let's bring in a poop ton of non-domiciled CDL drivers, and then all of a sudden, hey, they can't speak English. Well, just let it slide. I think it was Obama that said, kind of don't put them out of service. So when you have presidents that have worked against this industry, how do you think brokers got so powerful and so large? Because they've been utilizing most of these people that can afford to work cheaper because they offshore their money, leaving us to compete with the broker for these guys. Whereas if these guys went and tried to get a contract themselves directly with the shipper and perform city service, they wouldn't have it. Which brings me to another point, service. We provide a dynamic, outstanding, responsive service, which is why we get paid as much as we get paid from our direct customers. They love us. So this is what the trucking industry is supposed to be. It's supposed to be truckers, carriers, handling freight directly for shippers. Brokers are supposed to be a little side thing where they fit in. But the problem is they've taken over everything, and then they make you sign a waiver, like one guy just said. So you're going to say if the carriers come in, they're just going to go to the customer and back solicit. There's no such thing as back solicitation. There's sales. Back solicitation is some stupid shit that brokers came up with. If you're a carrier and you're trying to sell your product, that's exactly what you're doing. So a no back solicitation waiver is another pile of crap that brokers do. And every single one of these things is illegal. Because brokers, again, I'm going to say it, when they apply for their authority, just like you did as a carrier, you swore to follow all the rules and laws. So did they. The FMCSA is not enforcing the rules and laws against brokers, only carriers. So for you guys out there that are coming on my page, and I don't mind it, because I love trying to get you to think. But to defend the situation that trucking is in, explaining that, oh, it's going to harm the trucking industry. No, it's not. It's going to set the trucking industry right for whatever the trucking industry is supposed to be. You can't violate the laws and say, oh man, if we follow the law, it'll be really screwed up. Just think about that. That's what you're defending. You're literally defending brokers breaking the law and telling me how bad it's going to be if they are forced to follow the law. Idiotic. CarriersUnited.com. Everybody get over there, get signed up. We won't have a back solicitation. If you, Dream World, we've got this thing up and going. You've got 15 trucks. You're based in South Carolina. You end up picking a load off our board for a customer in South Carolina. That customer says, hey, I like your trucks. That customer can pick you. We've actually had this happen to us. Or you say, man, they only ship twice a week. I've got 10 trucks. I think I can cover that. And then you go in and you decide to do that. I don't care. I don't own that customer. You don't own them. They decide who they want to use. Now, final point on this one. We all, oh, it's a pretty truck. We all work in the trucking industry, and it's called the trucking industry, not a brokerage industry. You want to go and get some freight? Go get it. Carriers United. Let's say we end up with a network of 500,000 trucks. Let's say you've got 10 trucks. Let's say you get that customer. You break down, you got to figure out how to deal with that. But if you break down and that load has gone through our board and we've got our $150 for it, you break down, you've got a network of a few 100,000 trucks that we can reach out to and help get you off the side of the road, get you situated, get the load delivered, protect your customer. That's the benefit. That's just one of them, okay? So, CarriersUnited.com, you guys get over there. All of you guys that still think I'm crazy, please let me know. This is the trucking industry. Brokers should have to follow the law. Whatever happens to brokers, if they fail, that's the design of the law. There's no law that says brokers absolutely have to exist. All right? You guys have a good day.